What's going on YouTube? Jeff coming at ya. Wanted to do a video actually for one of my subscribers, Scott. Had some questions on, he's running the same carb, same style intake on an EFI conversion car as well. And he had some questions about if I had any sensors in the intake and my vacuum lines. So let's first go over vacuum lines here. So we got the HE carb right here, and it runs off of vacuum advance. So I used that ported vacuum sensor right there. There's also the one right beside it. That's the bigger one. Okay, that guy I got run to my PCV valve in my valve cover. The one off the back right there, that's my reference for my boost, my brake booster right there. Okay, so that's all the vacuum that I got going on right now. And when you dial in the carb, disconnect your vacuum advance, and that's where you run your vacuum gauge off of right there. Decided this year too, I'm going chokeless. This car only runs in the summertime. So I actually had the carb off last night, and if you guys ever watched Thunderhead 289, which I highly suggest you guys do, I flipped the carb around to check the transfer slots. They were completely exposed. You only want about a square showing. Got that dialed in, got the choke disconnected, and getting really close for my first start in a year. Looking forward to that. Okay, so that dials in vacuum lines. Then you asked me about what sensors. Well, there's not too many sensors left in this girl. Those are all non-functioning. That's just there for aesthetic looks. That is all I have. Well, and my tack. So I got a mechanical oil pressure and a mechanical water temp. So my mechanical is copper line, and it runs off of a fitting down there. Come on, zoom in. And that's just, it kicks it out from away from the block. The Mustangs always had that, so because the sending unit used to be pretty big right there, so there's that. And then that's my mechanical coolant temp sensor right there. So that's all I really got, buds. HEI one wire fire. Yeah, alternator was pretty easy. This is just a 2G Ford alternator. I got it spliced in here. All you really need is a field wire, the power wire to the battery, ground, and basically it sort of works off the cars like from like the 50s, 60s, and 70s that used to have generator lights. It took me a while to figure out, but so I have power. So you got to send power to the alternator for it to make power, which seems a little backwards, but yes. So you have to have 12 volts going to the alternator. Okay, so when you flip this switch on, that light goes on. And so sorry, you have to have, so I have 12 volts running into this box. And when I flip that alternator switch, it sends power to the alternator, but first it goes through this light. Okay? And then to the alternator, because the alternator doesn't want to see power constantly. It wants to see power on startup, and then it's creating its own current. So the light goes on, sends power to the alternator, then the alternator starts conducting its power, that light goes off. And that's how you know if your alternator is working. Just like a generator light on an old truck. When the gen light used to come on, you had a problem with your alternator. So if my car stalls out or my alternator dies, that light will bing as soon as that stops making power. So that's how I have it run right now. It's pretty freaking simple and stuff. So hope this video works for you, man. comment down below and let me know if you need help with anything else. Talk to you guys soon.